All right, welcome to EIPIP Meeting 57. I have shared agenda in chat for people who joined just now may have missed it, so I'm going to reshare it. The first item listed here is core EIPs and executable spec world. We have been discussing this item for past few weeks, and I remember in last meeting there was a comment by Greg that we should postpone the final decision on this item. Sam did mention about some async discussion in ETH R&D channel. I'm not sure if there are further updates that you would like to share, Sam.
Nope, nothing really. There hasn't been much discussion since the last meeting.
Right. So I wonder, like, we still have some few open questions, like where are we on this new executable spec world, and is there any action item for anyone, or if and when we would like to have this item on the agenda for EIPIP discussion?
So we're starting on the Berlin hard fork. I think that's that's where we're at in the specs, and I'm not sure when it should come up on the agenda for EIPIP. It really needs Greg to be here to talk about it, so I guess whenever he can be here. Yeah.
All right. So I think there was one point that I know Tim is not present in the meeting today, and he mentioned that he would be talking to rest of the client team members to maybe seek thoughts on if they are comfortable going ahead with the Python specs. I'm okay keeping it on the agenda, and I will bring it back in the next meeting. And I'll also try to get Greg, Tim, you, all of us together in this call so we can probably make a decision on this item.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Moving on to the next item, EIPS GitHub. So this item is selected from EIPS GitHub. We have requested the users to leave issues if they would like to be brought into EIPIP meeting discussion. I have picked up two items from there. One is a list of close a few more issues. Panda PIP1 created this list, and he thinks that it can probably be closed. I wanted to bring it to EIP editor's attention. Is it a fair approach of closing issues? Yeah.
So as for my comment in there, I already addressed the first four. That big list afterwards, though, we need to discuss and decide how we want to handle. So currently, we're recommending all new EIPs get their discussions to link sent over to Ethereum Magicians. However, any existing EIPs who already have their discussions to pointing at GitHub issues, we allow that to continue. We don't have a plan for migrating data. And so the question is, do we just want to leave those issues open forever? Do we want to close them but allow discussion to continue on the closed issue? Probably fine. Or do we want to develop some sort of plan for getting this information somehow migrated to Ethereum Magicians?
That's a very good question. Yeah, I came across a proposal, I think 1202, which seems to be an old one, and they are still having their discussion at discussion tool link. So yeah, this is a valid question. Do we have any proposal on migrating maybe?
None that I've seen. We've briefly talked about it and we just decided to leave them there for now. At one point we talked about maybe closing them when the EIP becomes final. And so that way, at least the only ones that would be open were EIPs that are not final. And then I think we also discussed possibly closing when they become withdrawn or stagnant as well. The idea being that just so they're not in the list anymore. You can still comment on them, they wouldn't be locked. It would just not be listed in the issues. Another potential option is just to close them all and just close with a comment saying, continue discussions here, we're closing it so it stops showing up in our list of issues. I don't feel strongly about any of these.
I may have slightly weakly opinion on the first one, maybe to close on the final withdrawn and closed issues. Close them all could be like, we can get a strong, we can resistant from authors that why are you closing it? But I definitely like the idea of proposals which are closed, like final, withdrawn, or stagnant, because bot is continuously working on making stagnant to the proposal which are over 6 months and not into active discussion. That can be a slow but steady approach to get this number of issues lower. I don't know, Sam, if you have any preferences here.
Sorry, I lost my mute button there. No, I don't think so.
So could we try the first approach, closing the final, withdrawn, and stagnant or any closed EIPs?
I'm okay with it. I would like to get feedback from Matt, Greg, and Alex if possible, if any of them just have thoughts.
Yeah, maybe I can create that as an issue, like whatever proposal we are discussing here, we can add that as an issue and try to collect feedback from them. If they are fine, I mean, no major objections are there, then we can probably start moving in that direction. This sounds like a plan, because we definitely would like to decrease the number of open issues. At the same time, we respect the sentiments of author that if there is a discussion to link, it cannot be closed like forever. If we do not have any proposal on migrating them to FEM page, then probably this is a good approach to begin with, but we'll try to collect more feedbacks on it. Thank you for bringing it up. Other than that, do you think rest of the list that he has added here are good to be closed?
I've already addressed the other
All right.
4. I think one was deleted, 2 were closed, 1's left open. I gave him a comment as to why.
Thank you. Maybe we can CC more EIP editors here if they would like to provide any feedback. That would be nice. Thank you. The next sub item is here from the same EIP GitHub repository. It is one-time NFT sale for unused EIP numbers. I know there are a lot of comments already, and I just have added it to see if there is any appetite for sync discussion on this. I'm not sure if there is any plan in place to put this into action, what is proposed here, or is it just like that?
I do not have any concrete plans at this time.
Yeah, it's still really early in the planning stage, I think.
But do we want to pursue it? Like, if so, then we can probably start engaging more people to add more feedback, thoughts there, how to implement this, run this.
I am weakly in favor of it, but I would definitely like to solicit more feedback. Ansgar, for example, had some feelings on it. I would like to hear more on that.
I'm not opposed to it, so yeah.
All right, I'm not sure if we saw Anskar's comment in there. If not, then maybe we
Yeah,
can
we were talking,
try.
I think, on the lounge call after
Yeah.
operatives. Yeah.
All right, maybe I can share this issue with him if he has to document any of his thoughts. Cool. Just wanted to have a temperature check. What do people want to do with this? All right, I'll try to collect some more information and bring it up in the next meeting. Moving on, the next item is EIP's bot related discussion updates. So lately, I have not seen any updates on EIPV side. I will definitely go back and check with the contributor. But we do see some action on the EIP bot side. I see there are a few open pull requests, and Micah has already given a lot of comment. Jose, yeah, Jose is on the call. So Jose, if you would like to provide update.
Hello. Yeah, that's basically what you say. We have 3 pull requests ready for testing. I'm gonna be able to do that testing this week. Well, as soon as we test these 3 pull requests and they pass the test, I guess that they are the foundation for at least 5 or 6 more issues that we're gonna be able to pull, and I would say easily merge after it. So I think that, yeah, we're making progress. I don't know, Mika is here. Mika has been supporting and helping a lot. So maybe Mika can add something if he likes. But from my point of view, I think that we are moving slowly, but getting there. That's what I have.
Yeah, as Jose said, we just need to get them tested, make sure there's no bugs and everything works, and then I think all of them are fine.
Cool, good. I see a few more issues are open, but it's good that we are making some progress over there. Yeah, we will try to keep this item on the agenda, and we'll try to have more updates in upcoming weeks. Moving on, item number 4 is EIP's Insight. So for the month of May, the EIP Insight report is ready. I have added link here in the agenda. We have got 2 final proposals, and the repository has received 17 new EIPs as draft. We have potential 9 proposals which are yet to be merged as draft, and 3 EIPs are moved to review. 1 is moved to the last call. The details are available in the report that I have added to the agenda. I'm yet to publish this on other forums. We'll do it right after this call. So, I mean, EIP's Insight at least gives us one information very clearly, is that like the number of EIPs we are able to move to the final status is really low in comparison to number of EIPs that we are getting every month in the repository. I don't know if people have any thought on how to manage it. Like,
So is that actually a bad thing? Like, I feel like we shouldn't be trying to get everything to final. And maybe the metric we should be looking at is getting EIPs just into draft, and that would be probably an indication that editors are doing their jobs well. I don't know.
I think that I weakly agree with Samir. There are many EIPs that, in my personal opinion, shouldn't go to final because I think they're bad ideas, or they shouldn't be standards. Sometimes they're good ideas, but they shouldn't be standardized. And so a lot of EIPs that fall into that category, I think the fact they're not making it final is a good thing. One thing we may want to look at is, like, are we being aggressive enough with moving things to stagnant? Maybe we should turn that up. If we're finding that like everything that makes it, that doesn't get merged as a draft or doesn't make progress in 2 months, always ends up going to stagnant, then we should just bump that stagnant threshold to 2 months instead of 6 months or whatever it is right now. But I don't feel strongly about that. Like, I'm okay with the current numbers as well.
so in my experience, a normal tenure for any proposal from draft to go to the final status, the shortest one is 3 months. So I'm not sure that I'm like very confident about moving stagnant to inactivity for 2 months, though inactivity, yeah.
Keep in mind that the stagnant is only if it's inactive, not if it's making progress, then it's fine. Like, I think Nick Munch, for example, is constantly updating the time standard, and it's been going on for like years, but he's always touching it. Like, he's always doing things with it, and so it doesn't move to stagnant. The ones that get moved to stagnant are ones where no one has done anything on it for a substantial amount of time. And so I just want to make sure that we are distinguishing between EIPs that are making progress but going slowly, which is totally acceptable, versus EIPs that are not making progress at all.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Yes, I was coming to the same point that if a proposal is making progress, if they have to be like, if we are expecting them to see in final status in next 3 months, they would be definitely be making progresses at some point. But sometimes what happens, like authors get confused and they are not clear about what to do. And that may be one of the reason of not moving the proposal. With the EIP editors internship meeting, we have started inviting more authors to come and talk and share their questions, and they are doing that. We are trying to share information around it. So we are hoping that the proposal will be moving faster. We can see that quite a few proposals in this particular month itself, which was in draft, that moved to review, and which was in last call, that is final now. I mean, it's not delaying anymore. Definitely editors are doing a great job here. It's just that we might want to give some room for new authors to maybe understand the process properly and start working in that direction. Yeah, I mean, it may be my request that making stagnant a little more aggressive, we can probably give some more time, or if not 3 months, 2 months, maybe we can give a little bit more time. I don't know.
The other thing to keep in mind is that the bot will first write a note on the EIP saying this has been stagnant for a while, and then I think 2 weeks later it will actually move to stagnant, if I remember correctly. And so oftentimes just having that bot write the note kind of reminds the author, hey, we're waiting for you to do something. Or if they didn't know they were waiting, they'll often reply saying, oh, what am I supposed to do? I thought I was waiting on someone else. And so I think bumping the stagnant bot to be more aggressive, it may just result in people moving their EIPs faster because the bot reminds them basically when it drops a note in the EIP.
Yeah, I think I'm coming around. Yeah.
We should verify that the bot actually does that. I might be thinking of the...
No, you are right. It gives a 2 weeks notice period over there. Yeah, it does give 2 weeks notice period.
Because there's two different bots. There's one for for moving a draft EIP to stagnant. There's another one for closing open pull requests. And I know the one that closes open pull requests gives 2 week notice. I actually don't know how the stagnant bot works. Does it create the PR and then wait 2 weeks to merge it?
If I remember correctly, that's the process, but I would like to revisit that thing. Yeah, when I saw it last, when I had this notification on for bot making an announcement that this pull request or this proposal has no activity for past 6 months, it gives a 2 weeks period time.
Okay.
All right, so if I have to sum up this proposal here, if the process is still that bot gives 2 weeks notice to author of a proposal stating inactivity, we can probably bump the bot to 3 months instead of 6 months for making it stagnant.
That would be fine with me. If it causes too much trouble, we can always move back.
Jose, I did not understand the comment here. EIP bot does not do it now, but may do it.
Well, yes. I don't see the bot can do now the warning to the authors, but it can be done. I don't know. You just need to define the time that you want to, as Mika mentioned, that you want to let everybody know. And yeah, we can send the message, or we can add a comment, whatever we would like to do, the bot can do it. But that's right now, as it is, that's not. That's what I was commenting in the chat.
Okay, I may be missing here. I just have shared a pull request in the chat. That is one of the last stagnant activity I noticed. I do not see a mention of 2 weeks time period here. But it definitely gives a warning. I have to maybe check.
So it looks like for that one, the bot showed up on April 10th and then merged it on May 8th. So I'm guessing it's currently set to 4 weeks. So it opens the pull request, waits 4 weeks, then merges. If I had to guess, it'd be good to find like maybe 2 others and see if they all had the same behavior.
Yeah, I think I can share a couple of more.
Probably would help to, and probably be good to also adjust the text to let authors know if you're still
Right.
working on this, please reply saying as much so we can close the PR or something. Just letting the author know this is automated and it's okay if they're still working on it. They just need to say something.
All right. So I'm taking action items here. Improve the text for a warning message and be sure it gives some time for authors to respond back before it is closing.
Yeah, like I said, that one looks like it's about 4 weeks. We should verify though.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So as an action item, maybe first we will create an issue in EIP's bot to update the bot's checking from 6 months to 3 months, and then see if this can be done with the updated text, updated warning text for authors. Cool. So yeah, that's basically all on the EIP's Insight side. I have started adding charts, and in addition to this, I'm also trying to get this thing updated on maybe some form of website so we can move it from HackMD file. I may be looking for one information here. What is the backend used here for these numbers to be displayed on? For eips.ethereum.org.
Oh, Jekyll, which is Ruby.
Jekyll. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I found it over there, but someone, I mean, like one of my developers said that please check if it is PHP or not. So I was just trying to be sure of it. Well, thank you.
The tooling is Jekyll. Depending on what the person is interested in helping with, it might not actually need Jekyll or Ruby knowledge. It might be like handlebars or something.
Okay. Okay, maybe I'll ping you offline. I may have a few more questions on this.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll ping you offline. All right, that's all about EIP's Insight. Moving on to the next item, EIP Editor Apprenticeship Meeting. We had this meeting yesterday. I have added agenda and recording. Unfortunately, the recording is really bad, Zoom recording there. But we have the agenda in which we have listed all the proposals which were discussed and shared on the screen sharing done by Matt. So if anyone has any question, please reach out to us on Cat Herders Discord. We'll try to help you out there. Most likely answers are already there because Matt left some comment. We had some discussion that can obviously be caught on the video. Sam had some good suggestions for how to improve and how to make sure that your proposals are viewed by project implementers. So please follow those things. That way you'll be able to increase awareness about your EIP, and it can be implemented in projects when you are trying to push your proposal towards final. The next meeting is 2 weeks from yesterday. So if you are interested to join, meeting is generally available on event section of Ethereum Cat Herders Discord. The last item listed here is review action from the previous meeting. And from previous meeting, it suggests that splitting out EIP depot from EIPs and ERCs will be put on hold. Obviously, there were no decision in the last meeting, and with the execution specs coming up, we'll see how it turns out. If needed, then we will bring back discussion on agenda. No changes will be made to that repository. That's fine. One other thing that was brought up in the last meeting was contributors promotion to EIP's GitHub repo for Sam Wilson. Sam, I put this thing based on the discussion from the previous meeting of EIP editors internship. You mentioned that you were not able to open and close.
Summon the
Are you
bot, yeah.
still? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm okay with not being a contributor. I just think like being able to paste or put a comment in or something that re-triggers the bot would be nice. Yeah.
Well, just to add some context here, in the last meeting, we were discussing that we should have like 2 to 3 contributors. Micah is there, Light Client is there, but there was another girl which may not be there anymore because she is not an active contributor right now. So if at all you would be interested, we can probably make a room there.
All right.
Okay. For this item only, do I need to reach out to a DevOps team? Micah, would you recommend me doing that, or is it something that can be managed?
I think the DevOps need to do it. I couldn't figure out how to add and remove people to teams, if I remember correctly.
Okay, not a problem. Then I'll try to reach out to him and see if this can be done. Well, that concludes the meeting for today. It's short, within 30 minutes. Anything else anyone would like to bring up?
Nope.
Looks like it's been a quiet week, and we didn't have much action on EIP side, though there are a lot of actions on merge side. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining us today. Hope to see you in 2 weeks. I will share the recording very soon.
Thanks, Puja.
Thank you. Have a good one, everyone.